Welcome, my dear friends. Myself is Professor Dr. Rajendra Deshpande. Today is the 17th of April 2020. So we have started to learn about the Vata dosha. This is one of the important dosha in Vata Pitta Kapha. So this is myself, Professor Deshpande, MD in Ayurvedic Medicine and Physiology. This is my website and WhatsApp number. Everybody knows that I have written the two books, that is Kriya Sharir Part 1 and Part 2, Shantanu Prakashan. Ayurvedic part is in Marathi and the modern part is of course in English. There is part 2 also. This is my mail ID, Professor Deshpande at gmail.com. So anybody can contact me for my paid services like personal or online health problem advice, personal or online lifestyle counseling based on the Prakriti and of course your Prakriti and hand palmistry that I also do, personal or online classes of medicine and regarding any subject of Ayurveda. Please also subscribe my YouTube channel. We are today will continue our topic regarding the functions of Vata dosha. So Vata dosha is Niyanta and Pranetach Manasaha. So Vata dosha is basically the kinetic energy which is doing each and every type of the movements in our body. So it may be the movement of heart, movement of the lung, movement of the intestine, but at the same time, whatever going on in our mind, in your mind or my mind, is stimulated and also controlled by the Vata dosha. So that's why it can control the bad emotions of our mind, which we call it as the six enemies of our mind: Kama, excessive lust, sexual urge, or any desire. Krodha is anger. Lobha is attachment or delusion. Moha is a delusion. Mother, that is egoisticness, and matsar, jealousy. So all these bad qualities, manasik, vega, should be controlled, and that is controlled by vata dosha, vata energy. So any psychological problems must be treated with anti-vata management like Abhyanga or the Shirodhara, something like that. Okay. Mana is Ubhendriya. So actually Vata dosha is controlling Jnanendriya, Karmendriya and Ubhendriya, that is the mind. Next is the Sarvendriyanam Udyojakaha. Sarva Indriyanam Udyojakaha. To stimulate, to facilitate each and every Jnanendriya, Karmendriya and Ubhendriya. Jnanendriya, sensory organs, Shrotra, Tvak, Chakshu, Rasana and Ghrana. So today morning itself I had discussed about the optic pathway. So optic pathway, auditory pathway, gustatory, all these pathways are controlled by neurological action, nervous system action. So that is called as the Vata bioenergy. Next, Sarvendriyarthanam Abhivodha. So whenever you are catching some your object, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa and Gandha, this contact of the sense organ and its objects. Do you understand? Auditory should have the proper sound waves correction and transmission to the brain. Then my eyes should correct all the optic instruments, and then this knowledge, vision knowledge, should be conducted to my brain. So this particular thing is happening, sensory perception and then the motor action that is taking place because of the stimulation of Vata dosha. For example, here I have said in Pakshaghat, hemiplegia, like paralysis, paralysis. This paralysis, hemiplegia, pakshaghat, this particular has a problem in the movement of the hands and legs. So this disturbance is because of the damage to the vata bioenergy. And that's why you know that pakshaghat, hemiplegia patients are always treated by abhyanga, shirodhara, and the third thing is basti. Basti is a very specific treatment for vata dosha. Always remember, medicated enema or the basti is the best treatment. Now, this is regarding your whole structural arrangement, starting from the uterus up to the developmental phase, complete development. So, whatever the organs they are developed, whatever the dhatus they are developed, so these particular, what you can say, the actions of structural development is taking place because of the stimulation of vata dosha. Although nutrition is done by the kapha, but Mausa dhatu, how much it should be get the nutrition. Meda dhatu, how much the fatty material should be carried to the adipose tissue. So all these regulations is done by the vata dosha. So controlling the mechanism of protein metabolism, controlling the carbohydrate metabolism. So for example, the human body has a natural weight gain, or the, I can say, the completion of the height up to the 20 years of age. So this occurs and the person gets the height like 5 foot, 5.5, 6 foot, etc. But if the person by chance is get too much height, like for example 6.5, 7 feet height, which is not a routine height, why these abnormal things are happening? Because of the imbalance in the growth factor. So too much growth factor, growth hormone is released, and too less growth hormone is released. That is also because of the problem in vata dosha, control of the vata dosha. That's why it is mentioned that ati dirgha, excessive height, and ati rasva, dwarfism, is the problem. Of course, this is the problem of hormone system, problem of the pitta dosha. But that again try to understand, metabolic activity is controlled by some vata dosha movement, or the chemical, they are not moving properly, cell membrane transport is disturbed, so some nutrients are coming or some nutrients are not coming. So this transport of chemicals is again controlled by the vata. Movement is the vata, remember. Sandhanakaraha sharirasya, sandhanakara, whenever there is a damage, degeneration, that union is made by the kapha dosha. But who is the stimulator? Pitta pangu, kapha pangu, pandavo manadhatava. They are dependent. Pitta and kapha are dependent. Unless and until there is some stimulation of vata dosha, that nutrient, the molecules cannot come together. So your wound will not heal. The body will not regenerate. Try to understand. So that's why it is said that sandhana karaha sharirasya. So regeneration, degeneration, both is depend on the vata dosha, either of. Pravartako vachaha. Basically, vata dosha is also acting well for your larynx, for your Broca's area, for your vernix area, auditory system. So all this together, coordination of this system. You hear something, then the vernix area is making some understanding of that, and then the signal is going to the Broca's area. Broca's is giving the signals to your larynx. Am I right? So this motor signaling, sensory perception and motor signaling is done with the help of vata dosha. So, for example, as this is regarded with the sound, always remember shabda, sound. Whenever you talk about anything like a sound, sound is connected with the vata dosha. For example, my heart sounds lop dub lop dub. My lungs sound, vesicular sound, bronchial sound. All these are physiological sounds or rasa and bronchi. They developed because of the vata dosha activity. So sound, shabda is nothing but the vata dosha. Then prakriti shabda sparshayo. Vata dosha has basically control on the two elements, two objects, shabda and sparsha. Of course, it is controlling rasa, gandha, etc. But mainly, vata dosha is made up of, do you remember the composition? Vata dosha is made up of Vayu and Akasha Mahabhuta. Vayu and Akasha Mahabhuta. So Akash Mahabhuta is connected with the Shabda. Vayu Mahabhuta is connected with the Sparsha. That's why whenever you want to talk about physiological Shabda or pathological Shabda, physiological Sparsha or pathological Sparsha, all will be connected with the Vata dosha activity. This is the normal physiological function of Vata dosha. So, loved up physiological sound controlled by Vata dosha. Proper closing of the mitral valve, semilunar valve, tricuspid valve. Am I right? Then normal normal breathing controlled by Vata dosha. Sounds are created. But at the same time, when there is a murmur, lup dup, lup dup, pathological sound is also created by Vata dosha. That indicates there is a srotorodh in valves. Am I right or wrong? Similarly, if my lungs are having some problem, like pneumonia, bronchial asthma, so the different sounds will be created. What is that sound? Whistling sound. Pathological sound, again, Vata dosha problem. So this helps us to understand what is the basic element behind that physiology and behind that pathology. Similarly, tactile sensation. Sparsha is a tactile sensation. Touch, pain, and temperature. Touch, pain, and temperature, these sensations together are called as a tactile. So that is carried to the brain, ascending tract, sensory pathway. Normally, I understand everything. But if neurological problem is there, then I will not understand properly my sensations. So while examining sensory system, we are examining the Vata dosha activity. Try to understand. Shabda is connected with the Shrotra, ear, and Sparsha is connected with the Sparshana, that is the skin. So Vata dosha is supposed to be the root element for getting this knowledge of sound and touch. Shrotra Sparshanevar Moolam. What does it mean? Vata dosha is the basic element to get the knowledge of sound and touch. Touch, pain, temperature, tactile sensation. Vata dosha, next function, Harsha Utsaha Yoni. Don't get confused. Yoni word in gynecology is related with the your vulva or female genital organs, yoni. But here we are talking about yoni means ugamasthan, origin. So origin of happiness, origin of utsaha is only vata dosha. Physical happiness is utsaha, energy. Mental happiness, that is harsha. Mental energy is harsha. Physical energy is utsaha. Mental energy, harsha, happiness. Physical energy, utsaha. How this can happen is very simple to understand. If our sensory system, motor system is acting well, brain is acting well, so each and every cell will act well. So naturally we have the energy. Neuromuscular junctions will be normal. If my mind is well controlled, niyanta praneta cha manasaha, well stimulated, so I will be happy. But improper control, if I do not control my manasika vega, mental urges, my vata dosha has been damaged and I don't understand. I can't control my anger. Can I remain happy? No. That's why if you want the physical and mental fitness, that depends on the vata dosha. Samirano agnehi. Samirano means vata dosha. It is synonym. Agnehi. It's a stimulator for digestive process. Not only Jatrani, Vata dosh also stimulates Dhatvatini. Vata dosh also stimulates Panchabhautikagni. In a simple sense, Vata dosha is responsible for all type of metabolic processes in the body. All types of protein metabolism, carbohydrate metabolism, fat metabolism, vitamin metabolism. Each and every metabolic process is stimulated and controlled by Vata dosha. Remember this term. So that's why Vata dosha is called as a main problem in every pathology. Dosha Sanshoshana. So here dosha word is not exactly the physiological Vata. Here dosha word is used for explaining about mala or the waste product. So whenever there is excessive waste product, like for example, excessive kledh. Kledh has different meanings. Kledh is a physiological moisture. Kledh is a subtle waste product during the tissue metabolism. Dhatu pachana vyapar. Subtle waste product. So if it is anywhere blocking the channels, that is get absorbed back, or it is removed, thrown away because of the stimulation of vata dosha. These things is also control. This all phenomena is nothing but the cell membrane physiology. Cell membrane physiology. Transport across the cell membrane is controlled by vata dosha. Simple thing. Movement, because it is a movement. Kshepta bahirmalana. Mala directly here. Mala is the best product. So it is a stimulator, facilitator for the urination, defecation. So all whatever you want to throw, sway the pravrutti. So everything will be stimulated by the vata dosha. स्थूल अणुस्रोतसाम भेदता करता गर्भाकृतिना. Intrauterine function of vata dosha. During the pregnancy, 9 months, vata dosha is responsible for the embryological development of fetus. Vata dosha is responsible for embryological development of the fetus. So it develops the different organs, different neural tubes. Okay, so whatever you learn in the embryology, the controlling element in our body is vata dosha. That's why sthula anu srotasam bheta. Why the different organs are developed? Because of the micro and macro channels. And that's why if this control is damaged, what will happen? There will be congenital anomaly. Write down. If embryological development is not controlled properly by vata dosha, congenital anomalies will develop. For example, patent ductus arteriosus. You might have heard patent ductus arteriosus. So write down only these words and you learn about these things. Then excessive, what you can say, the finger in your hand. Any abnormality you think of. Cleft palate, have you heard? Cleft lip. Why these abnormalities takes place? Because of the fault in embryological process. Why this concept is important? Can you have judgment? Why this is important? Because it indicates, as the vata dosha is responsible, the pregnant woman should control her diet and behavior. Pregnant woman should control her food, diet, and lifestyle. Why? Because if she makes some food or follow the lifestyle which will make the vata prakop, vata disturbance, naturally that will affect the embryological development of the fetus. Do you understand? That's why if she is not taking proper rest, not eating well, what will happen? That will affect the embryological process, because vata prakop will be there with the lahu guna, with the shita guna. Then ayusho anuvrutti, next function. Vata dosha is responsible for this union. What is life? What is ayu? Sharira, indriya, sattva atma. Sharira, indriya, sattva atma. Sanyogo dhari jivitam. Nityagascha anubandhascha. Paryaya ayurichyati. So this contact, this coordination of what? Four elements. Sharira, physical body. Sattva, mind. Atma, soul principle. Sharira, Indriya, Sattva, Atma. Sharira, Indriya, Sattva, Atma. Sharira, physical body. Indriya, sensory and motor organs. Sattva is the mind and Atma is the soul principle. So we want the quality of life. We want 100 years to live. So we must take care that our vata dosha should always be in our control. That's why vata is always rhythmic. So you make your timetable, you make your life very, very regular and rhythmic. Then there will be coordination of Sharira, Indriya, Sattva, Atma. Okay. Next, this is slide number 42. Vata doshachi sthani. You know that all the three doshas are sarva deha vyapi. These are the energies. Vata, kinetic energy. Pitta, thermal energy. Kapha, mechanical energy. At cellular level, these energies are acting from head to toe. Even Bhagavad says they are predominant comparatively predominant. Vyapadeshastu Boyasa. Upper part is of Kapha dosha because lot of nourishment, lubrication is required for the lungs and the heart. Middle part, behind around the umbilicus, that is the pitta part, because most of the metabolic processes are starting from the basic digestion, and the lower part is basically the things that are controlled vata dosha. So this is first to your answers, and then although they are sarva sharira vyapini, here these are some places mentioned by Vagbhat where you can observe the vata dosha activity, vata dosha examination, vata dosha problems, and vata dosha treatment. Write down the four things. Why these thanas are important? Number one, functions. Vata dosha functions is predominantly seen specific functions. Of course, the most important function is halsal, movement of vata dosha. So they are observed in these places. Number two, what I have mentioned? If any abnormality in that particular vata dosh, that will be observed in those places. First, you will find over there. Number three, treatment part. If you want to use some specific treatment, you can give the treatment in this region, and then that will be effective for all the vata energy throughout the world. Do you understand? And fourth is the examination point. If you want to examine the vata dosh, these are the right places where you can check these places by darshana, sparshana, and also prashna. Prashna is a history taking, interrogation. Pakvashaya, that is the large intestine, mainly large intestine part. Okay, but you may take it from the, because amashya and pakvashya, these are the only things that some granthakars are classified. Amashya means incomplete digestion, and the pakvashya is a pakva. Final product has been developed. Sarapitta vibhajana is completed. So, for example, amashya, duodenum, jejunum, ileum, this much be the part of the upper part of umbilicus, amashe, where the still the process of digestion is going on. You know, because in the duodenum, in the jejunum, some pancreatic juice is coming, bile is coming, intestinal juice are poured, and the process of digestion goes on. But finally, there is a villi in the ileum and the jejunum, and from the villi, the sara bhag is absorbed, and chitta bhag is processed towards the colon. Ileocecal junction is there, ascending colon, transverse colon, descending colon, sigmoid colon, rectum, and anus. So this all the part is basically of Pakvashya. Because here the Vata dosh is basically especially Aharaja dosha. If you understand the three phases of Ayurvedic digestion, Prathama Avasthapak, Dvitiya Avasthapak, and Tritiya Avasthapak. Do you remember something like that? Madhura Avasthapak, Amla Avasthapak, and Katu Avasthapak. In Katu Avasthapak, there is a experience of Vata activity after 6 hours of digestion. So that is there, Pakvashya. After complete primary digestion, you get again the Vata activity in force. Okay, so that is that. Defecation, urination is controlled over here. We will discuss that whole thing afterwards. Kati. Kati is a pelvic girdle. Kati. Because all the major organs, for example, your urinary bladder, your sigmoid colon, rectum, anus, all the gynecological parts like uterus, fallopian tubes, ovaries, they are there. Which are the main, you can see the functions of Vata dosha. Sakti, the lower extremities, especially thigh region. Shrotra, ear. Asti, Asti and Vata dosh. You remember Ashraya Ashri Sambandha. They are inversely proportional. Vata dosh increase, problem in the Asti dhatu. Vata dosh is low, Asti will increase, something like that. Sparshanendriyam, skin, tactile sensation. This is most, Tvacha is the best to understand the Vata dosha function. If you keep your skin very sensitive, if you maintain by your metabolic process the skin composition, structure, and function well, your Vata energy will be always proper. Sthanam Vatasya tatrapi Pakvadhanam Visheshta. Pakvashaya and Pakvadhan, these are similar words. There is no difference. Try to understand. Pakvashay is equal to Pakwadan is the main in all these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Among 6 places, Pakvashay is the main region. Ashtanga Hruday Sutrasthan, Vagbhat, 12 by 1. Okay? Pakvashay. Here Sarakitta Vibhajan is completed. And so Vatadosha Utpatti, Ahara Sambhavaja Vatadosh. Try to understand. Kapha is Udirita in Madhuravasthapat. Kapha molecules are secreted more during the first phase of the Ayurvedic digestion concept. Amlavasthapat, Pitta dosha is secreted more, Udirita. And in the last phase, Katu avasthapat, Pakvashyam tu praptasya, Shoshamanasya vanina, Paripindita pakvasya, Vayuhu syat Katu bhavataha. My dear friends, I know you have to write down first two and then dot dot dot. Again, go to my book and refer that particular stool. Pakvashyam tu praptasya shoshamanasya vanina, absorption. Paripindita pakvasya, stool is formed. Paripindita pakvasya vayusyat katu bhavata. Because of the katu effect of the final product, there is a vata udirita. Vata is avyaktaha vyakta karmacha. How we can say whether I have passed the gas from my rectum is not the vata dosh. Try to understand. Don't get confused. Flatus is not vata dosh. Right now, flatus is not at all vata dosh. Vata dosh cannot be experienced by your sensory organs because vata dosh is avyaktaha vyakta karmacha. What does it mean? After your primary digestion, after 6 hours, the person gets again energetic physical and mental activity. That proves that now Vata dosh has been udirita. Okay? Then, Utpatti Vikruti. Many problems starts if the metabolic processes is wrong. Absorption is not clear. Digestion is not proper. Then you will get problem with the stools. You will get problem with the urine. This is the first indication that your metabolic processes are going wrong in our body. Your appetite will be lost. Where is the origin? Origin in the metabolic process. Sarakitta Vibhajan will not be proper. Ama generation will be there. And Ama will be coming again with the stool and the urine. So this is there. Vikruti. So, okay, you get the hemiplegia problem. Serious problems of the brain, Alzheimer's disease, Parkinsonism, any Kampa, for example, in Ayurveda is mentioned, there are a lot of Vata doshas or rather Vata diseases, Sandhivat, for example. But you will see that their origin may be in problem of the Annapachana, primary digestion, problem in overall metabolic process. So origin is over here, Sarakatta Vibhajan. Chikitsa, the main Chikitsa Basti is implemented through this particular pakwash. We give the medicated oil, medicated decoction through the anus and the rectum. That is, it is acting from the pakvasha, it is distributed throughout the body and acting takes place. So Basti is the Chikitsa. Utpatti, Vikruti and Chikitsa, it is all related with the pakvasha. That's why pakvasha is the main site, main organ of Vata dosha. Kati, as I mentioned, there is a large intestine in this region. There is a uterus, there is anorectal region, urinary bladder. So all these things are there. That's why pelvic region is important organ because defecation, urination, menstruation, ejaculation, all these things, upon vayu functions are taking place in this region, through this region. That's why this organ is important place of Vata dosha. Here is a pictorial site of Vata dosha, Kati pelvic girdle. So this is a, even during the, what you can say, the pregnancy, delivery process, pelvimetry is very important. If the lady has a less dimensions of this, then there is a problem of normal delivery. Because you know that's why. What is the function of Apanavayu? Apano Apanagaha Shroni Basti Medra Urugocharaha Shukra Artav Shakrit Mutra Garbha Nishkramana Kriya. Write down Garbha Nishkramana, delivery process that is related with this part, and that's why the measurements is called the pelvimetry. Write down that also. Here are the bony structures, Vata Vruddhi, then osteoporotic changes will be seen here. Avascular necrosis of the femur joint is seen over here. AVN, avascular necrosis. This is again the Vata dosha problem. Try to understand. Okay. Shakti, that is the lower extremities. So running, walking, all the motor activities, especially for our maintenance of quality of life. Can you understand it very well? If I lose my power of walking, paralysis, hemiplegia, quadriplegia, do you understand my quality of life is good? No. That's why if I want to maintain quality of life, I should be very well with my extremities. That's why these lower extremities are specifically under control of Vata dosha. So you must do regular exercises to maintain the Vata dosha. You must do the Abhyangas. You must do the Katibasti, normal Anuvasana Basti. All these things are very beneficial for this maintenance of this health of this organ. Shrotra, ear, Shrotra. Shabda, as I have told you, Vata dosh is having the composition of Vayu and Akasha Mahu. So Shabda is very important, very connected with the Vata dosh. That's why you must be very careful. Remember my words. If you want to maintain your Vata dosh in homeostasis, Samyavastha of Vata dosh, Samyavastha of Vata, overall, top to bottom, you must take care of your ears. You must take care of the sound perception. Very important. Music therapy is the best treatment for Vata dosha problem. Write down. Music therapy connected with the ear sound is the best therapy to make the Vata shamana, Vata balance. Next, regular Karna Purana. Write down. Karna Purana, pouring of oil in the ear, this and this both, is a typical process. If you do it regularly, it is helpful not only for ears, but it will control the Vata Samyavastha, Vata Shamana will be there. You must be very cautious about the sound. Which type of sound you are hearing? Low pitch, high pitch, sound pollution. So sound pollution does not affect only ears. Write down this word. Traffic police, traffic police standing in Chowk for controlling the traffic, they get the most problems of sound pollution. They become deaf because organ of corti gets damaged. But I will tell you the next step. Very interesting point. I am not mentioning my book. Write down that point. Because of the sound pollution, not only ear gets damaged, but whenever there are hollow spaces in our body, that hollow spaces are get damaged, and that patient may suffer from heart problem as well. Write down. Heart problem. You will say, sir, what is the connection of ear and heart? That's why I'm telling you, here comes the Ayurveda. Because Shabd, Vatadosh. So wherever Vatadosh is there, that will be afflicted, that will be deformed, that will converted into pathological state because of the sound pollution. Palpitation will be there. You will get surprised. Nervousness will be there. Depression will be there. Anxiety will be there. And God knows he may suffer from arthritis as well. This is something odd to hear. But one has to make research. Then only you will understand what Dr. Deshpande's philosophy, Siddhanta is saying. So Shrotra, very kindly note this point. Asti, this is very well famous relation, Ashrayate Sambandha, because we can move only because of the bones, bony joints, and the muscular attachments. Muscle is contract relaxation, but there is a lever. Where is bony joints? Around the bony joints, muscle tendons are there, and then only we can move. So if we maintain the Vata dosha in our body well, Samyavastha, equilibrium, Samavastha, then we have the normal musculoskeletal system. Write down. Normal physiological musculoskeletal system is depend on Vata dosha Samyavastha. So if anybody is doing Vata Prakopak Ahar Vihar, his bones and muscles and ligaments and joints will be affected. If you go late at night to the sleep, at every day midnight, more than midnight, every day, once in a while in lockdown period, okay, sometimes it's allowed. But then, if it is a habit, you are smoking, you are drinking, Shiryate Tat Shariram, Vata Dosha Prokop is there, not nutritious food you are taking. So what will happen? Your musculoskeletal muscles and bones will get damaged. You will suffer from cervical spondylosis, arthritis, backache, low backache, lumbago, prolapsed intervertebral disc. All these things will happen. To prevent this, you must make a habit to do at least month a oil massage abhyanga to your body. Different treatments are Basti in the Varsha Rutu. This can protect these bones. Sparshanendriyam, skin. That's why I'm telling you, skin. Skin is the most important. Now, in addition to the sound, there is air pollution. Air pollution. So, because of the air pollution, your skin suffers more. And when skin suffers, Vata dosha is also damaged. There will be creation of Vata dosha problem. Simply because of the air pollution. Again, research is interested. Because people say, sir, air pollution, then our rhinitis will be okay, sir. Allergic bronchitis, okay, sir. Allergic conjunctivitis, okay, sir. But how you talk about heart and lungs and sounds, that is something research. Because of the air pollution, I am saying internal are all vata dosha mechanism disturbs. And where it will get the problem, we don't know. Sthana samshraya. So that is very important. Whichever the organ, you will start the complaining of headache because of the air pollution. Surprising. Vata drute nasti ruja. Vata drute nasti ruja. Any pain in the body is connected with the vata dosha. At origin, sparshanendriya. Because you are getting exposed to the air pollution. Okay. So we must take care, good care. But again, you see that skin is not only external organ. Skin is basically depend on your internal metabolism. If your all Dhatvagni Vyapar is good, Dhatvagnis are good, Jathagni is good, then Rasa Dhatu will be good, Rasa Rakta Samvahana will be good, which is under control of Jnana Vayu, Rasa Rakta Samvahana. Do you understand? And if it is not well formed, Rasa Rakta, Ama is there, your skin will be damaged. So these are some things, Sparshanendriya, sensory system examination related with the Vata dosha. Ashray Sambandha, skeletal is there. We have discussed a lot. Then this is again the site of Vata dosha. Details you can see over there. From the next time, we are going to start the types of Vata dosha. My dear friends, thank you very much for your nice support, nice, what you can say, the feedback. So I request all of you, please do take good care of yourself and continue this support for our further lectures. So I am concluding my lecture over here. I wish you all the best. Please take care of yourself. Thank you.